This is why you need to lock your doors tonight. This is why the darkness beckons. Welcome, brave souls, to the Nightmare Roadshow. Join us as we peel back the veil between reality and the abyss. Each episode, we explore chilling tales and haunted places that make your very spine tingle. Will you dare to listen, or will you turn away, leaving the shadows unexplored? Whisper, the choice is yours.
Oh,
We're
damn it. Oof, we're recording. Jeez. Welcome to another episode of Nightmare Road. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Yukon, here with the Wait, are we going by alphabetical order, or are we just doing our intro?
no, just a normal introduction.
Okay, Hey, everybody, I am one of your hosts, Yukon, and here with the very, very mysterious
SOS, and here with the lovely Messy Jessie.
And I am here with Ash, the Oracle.
And I am here with
Dirty Birdie.
The CIA spy.
CIA was a government secret. Anyways, so today we got a really cool show. It's going to be all about light and really quick. So with Refried Dreams, we're actually really, really excited because we've been working on a lot of cool moves, and one of them involves water. We pour water on ourselves, and it's going to be basically the, what would you call that? It's going to be the final move in the group, and we're going to call it the pirouette back.
What the?
What?
I just thinking of California raisins, but
What?
what?
Pirouette back. Anyways, so
that's a cool move.
thanks.
I
Yeah, I'm working on it. I mean, I was really.
Oh no, are you gonna wear boots? Or
I was
no,
thinking.
he's gonna be like the raisin guys.
Yeah, I was just gonna
don't they wear high heels?
Can you do that?
The Raisinette guys.
Mm.
Oh, that's the M&M guys.
That's the
Sorry.
Oh,
the Magic Mike guys. We're not doing that kind of perverted shit. I was also thinking that for the performance, I wonder if I should do a certain voice, hey everybody, this is us with the Refried Dreams, and then when we have remember how James Brown used to talk to his band and he was like and then he would keep performing. I want to do the same thing, only I'll be like, come on fool, and then yeah. So, but anyways,
I cannot wait to see this performance.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
it'll be fun. Bring the kids.
with the water and the
Yeah, the
pirouette.
water.
Bring the kids? Are you sure it's
and the
appropriate?
pirouette backs is hey everybody, what's up, fool? We're gonna do the show today. Hey, come on, fucker. Anyways, so
I don't think I'm going to expose my kids to you.
so lighthouses. Let's begin.
Lighthouses.
Also, wait a minute. Wait. Before we get too deep into it, okay? Before we get deep, we have to. Well, I have.
deep.
God.
Sorry.
So, there was a civil war in the early 90s in El Salvador. And I wish that, how the Magic School Bus used to travel back in time? Beep, 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 beep. I wish I could take a road trip back to that civil war and then just leave me behind.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
Then you wouldn't have Refried Dreams.
Well, yeah,
That
I'm willing.
dream did not become a reality.
I believe in you. You just do what you want.
Oh, thanks. Wow, guys. I've never felt so much support in a group. Anyways, what I wanted to say was I would like to apologize for last week's episode. It kind of got away from us, So today we're going to be more professional. We're going to be more serious. All that giggling bullshit, out the window. Out the window. It's disgusting. It's inappropriate. It has no business in a serious show like Nightmare Road where we talk about the Macau. You know what?
I'm trying.
You know what? You know what?
I was just
I'm just
You know what?
smiling.
We're trying.
Fuck it. Just go. Who cares? Lighthouses. Go ahead.
Where
I'm
is that
smiling.
joke?
Do you
No, right?
want me to be dramatic?
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a great show.
Ash, what have you got for us on the lighthouse?
I've already cut myself in anticipation.
Stop it!
I'm so thrilled to be here.
Oh, that's me
Oh,
too,
Jesus.
dirty birdie.
Okay, Ash, be our light. What's going on with lighthouses?
Okay. So, not to bring the mood down or anything, but mine is on. Wow. Can I finish?
No, go ahead.
Thanks.
The
So mine is on a lighthouse known as Terrible Tilly, which it kind of has had a bad history from the beginning. So the first guy that actually went to this rock that you see on the screen, it is literally a rock. He was swept away by a bunch of waves and died. So great start. So as they're building this lighthouse, it's taking like 575 days to build this thing. People are killed during the building process. Another group of people came on. I think it was about 4 people that were on the rock. But anyways, so as soon as this lighthouse is built and stuff, there is this ship called, the Lupatia. So the lighthouse keepers hear these guys on this ship screaming, saying that they need to turn the boat, whatever boat language they were using, and they don't hear them anymore. And they see their light go completely out. So they're hoping, hey, maybe they sailed away, maybe they're fine. Well, the next day, they wake up and they hear whimpering out the door. So the only survivor of this shipwreck was their dog. And they saw 14 bodies on this rock that they're on.
Oh, shit.
So, already starting out bad. So, let's see, what else? So with this lighthouse, there were allowed to be like 4 lighthouse keepers employed there at a time, but only one person stayed there. So you're like 1.2 miles off the shore and you're isolated by yourself for 42 days straight.
Dang.
No communication, nothing.
42 days. You'd think they would rotate them like every week or something.
Nah, why would
Yeah, and they didn't. They weren't allowed to bring their families. They were like forbidden to bring anything with them. They tried building a phone line, but it got swept away by the waves because the waves are so crazy over there. And so finally, a lighthouse keeper went mad, and they literally had to take him off the island in a straitjacket.
Where is this one at, Yash?
So this is in Tillamook, Oregon.
Oh.
The best cheese ever.
I freaking right. Oh my gosh. If you ever have a chance to get cheese there.
Columbia River?
I hate Oregon.
Or
what's that?
is it closer to the Columbia River where they have all of those incredible waves over there? Where the river dumps into this ocean? Do you know?
Jesse, help me out with this.
No, it's just below Depot Bay.
Yeah.
So like in
so it's
between
north of there.
No, it's below.
No, it's south of there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's closer to Bandon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Isn't it I think it's north of Coos Bay, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know why I was thinking Depot Bay, but
Yeah, fool, that shit sounds scary.
Well, yeah, you're isolated
dreams.
for that long. I would go mad. There's no way. And there's nothing to do. You're on a freaking rock.
You know what's interesting is lighthouses, like back in the days of ancient Greece, they would have these buildings that were kind of like lighthouses, and they had like these giant bowls with oil to guide the people back. And everyone, so they used to believe that certain spirits, they had a very interesting view on the way that ghosts work. Like, for example, they believe that everybody has a date where they were meant to die, right? Like, oh, you were meant to die, you know, in, you know, blah blah blah, and you were going to die this way. But if you died in a different way years before your expiration date, they believe that you wandered the earth until that day actually arrives. And
Hmm.
so with lighthouses, they were afraid that lighthouses, because they had a giant like flame on top, that they would see that as this is where I'm supposed to go. So they believed that the ghosts would be attracted to these lighthouses and they would all wander towards the giant flame. So what they would do is they would ferment, certain fruits, and then they would add it to the oil to make it like burn different colors, so that the spirits would be like, oh, I guess I already crossed over the river Styx, and they would turn around and go back. So
Wow.
so a lot of
Oh,
people believe
interesting.
so a lot of people believed that lighthouses, the reason why they're haunted is because there's this giant beacon of light and it's going around. The spirits are attracted to it, and they're like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. So yeah, so that's why.
Like a offshore bug zapper.
Yeah, exactly. And then they go, and then they believe that a lot of the disturbances that occur in lighthouses is because they get there and the spirits get confused, and they're like, I do not know where I'm going. And also they believe that water is able to like trap a spirit or repel it. So like, because you're surrounded by water in a lighthouse, that when they get there through this little narrow path, that they're just stuck. That's why they believe there's so much activity in lighthouses, because you have all these confused entities and they have nowhere to go. So anyway.
Oh, well, speaking of that, this lighthouse probably has a lot more entities in it than you'd imagine. So this lighthouse operated for like 77 years. So it decommissioned in 1957. These people bought it, I believe, let's see, in 1980, and it became a columbarium, so a storage house for urns.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
wow, that's smart.
And there are still urns in this lighthouse to this day, but you can't really access the lighthouse because weather, and there's only certain seasons you can access it due to, like, I think it's the bird habitat there. It's protected. So you have all these urns sitting in this lighthouse that's slowly just going away
Decaying
and dilapidating.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, the
So
salt air.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. What?
Well, and they were saying that it was the people, what is it called when the people want to, like, they want their ashes to go to sea? What is that called?
Dumping grandma.
What did you say, Messy Jessie?
I said dumping grandma. I
Grandma,
don't know.
where do you want your ashes to be scattered?
Yeah.
Who?
Anybody,
Sorry.
like, do you guys have like a crazy like ash place? Not you, Ash the Oracle, but like your ashes. Like, you want anywhere like so your ashes to be
Yeah.
dumped?
Yeah, just let me
around
flush down the
Lake
toilet.
Oh, okay.
That'd be great.
Oh, so you could be so you
Mine,
Then I can
seriously?
find my.
so you could be mixed with cocaine.
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, awesome.
Actually, if I cannot have somebody drag my corpse up to Yellowstone and let the bears have at it, then yeah, Lake Tahoe.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
Well, I'm not going to need the body, right? So
It's just a meat suit.
Yeah, I think
True.
I would want my ashes to be poured like into like a punch bowl, and for somebody to approach a Democratic politician and they'd be like, what's can you please tell me, like, what's on your mind today? And somebody goes, decon, and they just go and they dump the ashes all over their face.
Oh
I
my
have this
God.
thing about, like, I watched this show on Netflix, and they used to do snuff back in the day. I'm thinking, here's some decon.
Yeah, here's some decon. Or to walk into a celebrity. You know, walk up to a celebrity like, hey, who are you? They're like, what are you wearing today? And they'll be like, decon. Dump the ashes all over them.
Okay.
And be like, do a pirouette back.
Oh my god. It's a pirouette back.
Hey, everybody, don't.
Wait,
Whoa,
what?
hey. Whoa. You just said that wrong. You put too much spaces in between that word. Anyways.
Pirouette bag.
Pirouette back. Anyways, continue with the story. Who's next telling the story? Do it for the
Dirty
children.
Birdie needs to go next.
Birdie.
All right.
Okay.
What do you got for us,
so,
the bird?
So I picked the St. Augustine Lighthouse in Florida. And this, let me see if I can wake up.
I have it. You got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Whoa. That was a Gothic
So
candy cane.
this lighthouse is standing at 164 feet tall
Or like a
and sitting snugly on the northern edge of Anastasia Island, and is the first lighthouse to be built in the Americas. This structure has seen numerous events in history. Like, it was basically built before Plymouth Rock. It's
Are you
Yeah,
sharpening a knife, Decon?
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Because
I'm like,
you're
what
dirty
are
bird.
you
Oh.
doing?
You know,
Anyway,
you know what that looks like?
sorry.
That looks like a Tim Burton sex toy.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
oh
Jeez.
I see it.
Okay.
Oh, no. I just saw that. I just recognized the colors, and I'm like, Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Anyways, go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, so like all buildings that have seen the test of time, ghost stories are going to be with them. Like the specter of the man who does his daily duties, seen in all blue, walking up the giant spiraling staircase out to the catwalk to look over the ocean. Often the smell of cigar smoke accompanies him. Some people think the man is Joseph Andrew, who
Nice pronunciation.
fell off some scaffolding to his demise while putting a fresh coat of paint on the lighthouse in 1859. So with that picture that you pulled up, he was below that, painting the bottom of that, and the story goes is that, yeah, under here.
Below this?
Yep.
Okay.
And the story goes is that he was on scaffolding. He reached over to get a bucket of paint, and he
Ugh.
straight to the bottom. Boom. Dead.
Yikes.
Oh,
So, didn't Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures both come there?
Yep.
Didn't
Yeah,
they? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Go to this lighthouse, bro, really quick. And I'm being affected right now. Hey, Aaron, I'm being affected. And then Aaron's just like, and
Me too, dude.
me too, bro. Like, hurry up, or he's gonna beat you again. I'm tired of
Aaron,
we're
get in
going
this
that
cage.
route.
I'm
Get in this
tired.
cage and
I'm tired of Deacon calling me Scooby Doo.
so. All right.
Nice affliction shirt, bro.
So, who doesn't like the sound of children's laughter running through the house? Well, that is until you realize it's 3 a.m., you're single, and you live alone. So,
It's
all that aside, in 1872, the lighthouse was under construction and was overseen by the name of Hezekiah. I'm going to say
it's okay.
Pitt. Pittee. His family stayed on the island while the project was underway.
I'm drunk.
Pitt had two daughters who had a fun little game that they would play with using the construction crew's rail cart,
Oh.
riding in the cart and claiming they were Spanish pirates. Well, one day,
Pirates?
yeah,
Hey, fucker, look at the
Spain had-
waves, eh? Be careful.
Yeah, Spain had control of that island before the Americans did.
I got a jar of dirt.
I gotta jump.
But the girls would play with the other kids from the construction crew on the
lost.
island in this
He's
cart,
lost.
and
He's
they
gone.
go,
It's fine.
and they had
Yes.
no, your
I
camera's
can't
off.
see you right now.
Your camera's off. You got too excited because
Yeah.
I said a jar of dirt.
So
And now
Okay.
you're frozen.
the kids figured out how to make the cart go up and down,
No.
frozen.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, Dirty Bird.
Cut. Oh, Jesus. Way to go with the jar of dirt.
The jar of dirt. It was
We'll
the
say
jar
jar
of
of dirt.
dirt.
I know what it was. It was like I did my shake.
Yeah, the hoodoo voodoo shit that you do. There he is.
And he's back.
Yeah, and he was back.
Okay.
So it's fine.
So the girls figured out how to operate this cart that was taking the construction supplies back and forth to the lighthouse. Well, one day, the cart came off the tracks and all the kids fell into the water. They managed to retrieve most of the kids except for those two girls. Now,
Jeez, how did I walk into? I leave. I leave
And
saying
there's
that
cats everywhere.
pirouette back, and then I come back to this.
but the girls are still playing around on the island. Workers have heard giggling in darkened hallways and found muddy footprints in rooms that they just cleaned. So they clean the house, they come back, open it up for whatever, and they'll open a room and there's muddy little footprints in the room. And some people have seen one of the little girls in a room. And they're like, oh, what the heck? And then she just disappears. And then they're like, hey, later on, they're like, somebody's like, hey, what's wrong? And they're like, I saw a little girl with long brown hair in this room. And they're like, yeah, come here, let me show you something. And there's a picture in the lighthouse.
You want to see a dead
of
body?
the two girls with their parents. So, and they're like, yeah, that's who I saw. And they're like, okay. So, and then there's one more. This one more seafaring specter that roams the catwalk at night is Maria Mestre de los Dolores, the first woman to serve in the Coast Guard and the first Hispanic American woman to command a federal shore installation. After her husband died, the aforementioned Joseph, she was left on the island to fill the role of her husband in 1859 until her death. She can be seen sometimes on the catwalk looking down to where her husband's body once was.
Oh boy. So we have the guy who was painting it, the little girl, and Maria.
And Maria. You know what? Like when I heard,
Maria.
whenever,
Good Brooks and Dunn song. Just saying.
sexy song. Whenever I hear things like, you know, it was the first because you know what's crazy is the Lighthouse stories. They have like the first Hispanic woman. You know, there's another one in the Lighthouse in St. Augustine. I believe it was like the first ever like Hispanic. And I always look at that and I'm like, wow, Hispanic. Who cares? I don't.
Isn't that what we're talking about?
Yeah. We're talking about the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
I left, dude. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I left and I'm kind of drunk.
We didn't change the subject. We're still on the same subject.
He's on refried
I
dreams.
heard when we started.
I'm on refi. I'm practice. I'm over here thinking about a dance routine.
Okay.
He's smoking too much refried dreams.
Okay.
All right. Jess, you are up.
I don't do drugs.
Me? Am I up?
You are up.
Okay, well, I chose, I'm probably going to slaughter this name, but Head Lighthouse in Oregon.
We don't judge.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
Just trying to help. Jeez.
no, you're good. So this sits on the Oregon coast. It's like sits on top of a 1,000-foot high cliff, and it overlooks obviously the Pacific Ocean. It's about 56 feet tall and 21 inches or 21 miles, 2 tons. It's huge. Okay, it has two, as you can see in the picture. It's got
Huge.
3 different yeah, it's got 3 different buildings, and you can actually stay at this place. So
Oh,
cool to know. Yeah.
what the hell's that
Um,
sound?
I don't
Huh?
know.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Are you
it's
hearing
you.
things again?
I probably am. I don't know.
It's you.
Take another
Okay.
drink. You're fine.
So
Yes, ma'am.
what is that sound? All right.
I'm
anyway,
not hearing
so
anything.
the lighthouse first shown on the 30th of March in 1894.
It's not meeting.
It was home to many keepers and their families. This lighthouse was named after Bruno de Hecata, whatever.
Manamana.
Yeah. He also, whom was a Spanish Portuguese and a Basque sailor under the Spanish flag, and he saw the Cape in 1775, which I thought was interesting. So before him, the spot where the lighthouse is now is like a frequent fishing and hunting for the American Indians that were there.
Oh.
They mainly hunted sea lions, and they gathered seabird eggs, which are actually really good, by the way. I think they're better than chicken. So, and then
Did they
what?
club baby seals?
No,
Oh
not
my
on
god.
Sundays.
What?
Uh,
It's a question.
okay.
Well,
I mean,
whatever.
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 So this entire lighthouse actually was completed in 1893, and then it first shown in the other year. It cost about $80,000 to build back in the day, and that's Birdie. Don't do the math. I don't care.
Lord.
It's like $2 million. I don't know.
Who gives a shit?
Oh, I'm thinking more than that.
Yeah. The lighthouse, for instance, houses the head light keeper, the 2 assistants, and their families. And then you got the barn, and then 2 kerosene oil storage buildings for the top light, because they use kerosene oil for the light. You're driving me nuts.
Yes.
Oh,
Stefan, what are you doing?
He's sharpening his knife.
Do you want me to get razor burn on my neck?
I want you to stop making that noise.
Can't you do that later?
You know what? This is why do I bother coming on here? Honestly, all I do is get judged. I get treated bad. I get humiliated, and I get criticized.
Have another drink. You're fine.
I get criticized for my lifestyle.
Jesse, go ahead.
Listen,
Yes.
I hear you. I hear you. And
Jeez.
I want you to know that
Yes.
I care.
Oh, thanks.
But let me finish my shit.
Wow, thanks. Hey, okay, you know what? You started off like positive and like very endearing, and then and it's a cold slap in the groin. Who cares? Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. She can't stop laughing.
Wish my mom
My
died in the
gosh, why are
60s
you
so
laughing?
that I didn't come to be.
Gosh.
I'm fine.
All right, so I wanted to tell you guys that the haunted information, as well as I visited this lighthouse, and I also myself had an experience. So it is said that there is a lady in white. It's always a lady in white. Her name is
Always.
Rue. She's from the Victoria area. Yeah.
The lady in red would be sexy.
Yeah. Anyway. Sorry. And the reason why they found out her name is because some ghost people because it's known to be haunted with a bunch of, you know, free willy spirits. I don't know. That's what I got.
Free Willy
Free
spirits?
willies. Yep.
So people are getting. So these ghosts are like jumping over people.
No.
No.
There's not a lot of, like, there is a lot of hauntings, but not very well documented, if that
Let's
makes
go to
sense.
a lighthouse.
So, okay.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm down,
so
let's
cool.
go.
There is a gravestone of a drowned young child that was found in the woods near the lighthouse, which I thought was interesting.
Oh.
But Rue is known to be like, she likes to have,
Bring
keep
down the show.
a house clean. So if you guys want a ghost, I would definitely hire Rue because she can clean house. She's very picky and neat.
I would rather hire Maria because she'd be cheaper.
I think me and Rue would get along very well.
Yes. She's a hands-on ghost as well. She likes to touchy, and
yeah, I'm not. Never mind.
And sometimes she's known to reports of her getting in bed with you, and there's also reports of footsteps, conversations. Yeah, so that sounds like fun. It's still operating today as a lighthouse, but it's more of a tourist attraction.
There's a lot of ghosts with this one.
There is.
Okay.
They free willies.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, we should go to a lighthouse, but then like I would fall off the top, and then 10 years from now, they'd be like, "Did you hear the ghost of Decon? He likes to get in. He likes to get in bed with you, and he tells you bad jokes."
Sits at the end of your bed and shaves his face with a knife.
He shaves his face with a knife.
And then he sharpens it while you're trying to record a podcast.
While you're trying to sleep, and he goes, "Boom." Like he's from.
Sitting at the end of the bed.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh jeez! I just turned into a paralysis demon.
God.
You and Dirty Birdie.
I'll be like, "Hey, I'm Decon. I'm here to watch you sleep. Can I sit on your chest?"
Just don't sit on my pillow, man. I don't want no pink eye.
It wouldn't matter because I'm a ghost.
It would still
Those have
matter.
parts too.
It wouldn't
I'm
matter.
saying.
I'd be like, "Watch out for that ghost. It gives you gonorrhea." Anyways.
Jesus.
All right. So we are now moving to Michigan.
Oh my God.
Yes. And see, it's hard for me to talk and share the screen at the same time. So this one is called,
Oh yeah.
I had to look up the pronunciation because I didn't know it, but it's actually Point Barks Lighthouse.
Oh, how pretty.
It is really pretty. It was built in 1848, and it's located in Port Hope, Michigan. It was built in 1848. So it's been on the waters of Lake Huron for 170 years, but it's pretty cool. There's quite a lot of lighthouses actually up on the Great Lakes area if you look at them. But this one has got a pretty haunted past in it. It was built with limestone from the area, and at its time, 1848, which we've had a few that are older than this, but it was considered a kind of a feat of engineering at its time. And it's only 89 feet tall. St. Augustine was really tall, wasn't it? I mean, that one was, I can't remember, but it was over 100 feet, I think.
164 feet.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't they rebuild it in a different location because it basically deteriorated from the ocean?
This one here? Or St. Augustine?
No, St. Augustine. I'm pretty sure that
St. Augustine had the original lighthouse. They built that, and then after a while, it started to
decay, right?
Start falling into the ocean. So they literally just knocked that down and then built a new one a little further away.
Yeah, it's more inland now, right?
Yeah. I read that in a book in 1998.
And the date specifically?
The what?
Yeah.
The date specifically in 98?
Yeah, what day?
Yeah, 1998. Okay, now I have to have a look because I read that book in the airport when we were going to El Salvador. And I remember that the France Cup was going on, the soccer thing, and a lot of people were watching the TV and they were being way too loud. And I was trying to read, and I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm trying to read in English, please. You guys be quiet, you know? And I remember reading that, and I'm like, ooh, I do not want to go there. Anyways, go ahead. What do I know?
Anyway, so one of the hauntings in this one is the lightkeeper's wife. So
Ooh.
apparently she fell down those metal stairs that come all the way down the lighthouse. So
Ooh.
some say that she was pushed by the lightkeeper, that it wasn't necessarily just a fall.
She's probably wrong.
Maybe he was in pain and she was trying to get away from him.
Can you
I agree.
no, she wasn't trying to get away from him. She was trying to climb up the stairs to where he was. And he's like, here I am.
Food, because that's what we do when we're tired.
No, that is not. She
Yeah.
was there to complain about the. She's like, oh, the air is too moist and salty, and I'm tired of this. And why don't you get a real job? Doreen's husband, he works in the railroad. Why aren't you a real man? And then he just shoved her, shoved her down the stairs.
So she
Wow,
was
it got really dark.
As the story goes, she was making her way down the treacherous staircase when she was pushed because he was a jerk. And he left her lifeless body at the bottom.
Self-defense.
Right.
Self-defense. He was defending his mental health.
No.
So since then, like visitors that come into the lighthouse see her ghostly figure, and it's always unexplained noises when they see her. There's other noises like the falling down of the stairs, things like that. So you can stay in this lighthouse now. You can actually rent it and sleep in there, and I think that's very cool, and I want to do that. So we need to go
road trip.
We need to go to the Michigan one. And then we need to go to Savannah for all the ghost tours.
I don't want to go there. Anywhere where there's a ghost woman, like, no thanks. I get enough nagging from women, like, in life in general. Can you imagine that?
So,
the nagging of a ghost
she's
woman?
a translucent figure in a flowing white gown. Why do you think they're always flowing white gowns? Do you think like the color just goes away from anything they're wearing? Like,
no, because it's creepy and less sexy. If you're gonna shove your wife down the stairs, you gotta do it not when she's looking good and she's done up to ready. You gotta get her when she's got the curlers in her damn hair. She's wearing a white gown, and she's nagging you and granny panties, and it's her time, and it's her time of the month. Like, yeah, you're going down the stairs. Jeez.
So anyway, people will feel like an icy cold breath on their neck. You chill out, Deacon.
What?
You said useless? Oh my God! Here we go.
You're about to get slapped.
I'm not.
Okay. Other paranormal activities are disembodied voices, footsteps, chilling presence, and inexplicable fluctuations in temperature. And then those who dare to spend the night have heard whispered conversations in empty rooms. They'll hear conversations going on. So that implies more than one ghost. So I don't know where the second one's coming from. Shadowy figures moving all around the lighthouse.
Hopefully it's not another woman.
And, but let's see. There's been a lot of paranormal investigators. Anyway, so people dismiss it, but then they stay in the lighthouse and then they have experiences, and I think it's pretty cool. So, God, you're just horrible tonight. What is the deal, dude?
I have issues.
Do I need to like shake another jar of dirt or
something?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just under a lot of stress. I mean, we have a concert coming up with the Refried Dreams, and I don't feel ready. I heard that a lot of ICE agents have actually booked a ticket.
Do you need some help with your dance moves?
I need some help getting some green cards for my crew.
Holy
You know, I'm gonna worry when he does like a Michael Jackson thing, like, you know.
And then I just dangle a child out of a window.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
um,
Balcony.
oh, geez. So, anyways, damn, you know what? Lighthouses are one of those things where even if you go to one of those places and you don't experience anything paranormal, you can actually like enjoy the architecture and like because they still have them, they still use them today. I mean, they're more modern, but they still use them because they serve a purpose and it's it's very. I mean, people that are in aviation. I mean, when you have those towers, that's the equivalent of a lighthouse. You know, I wonder. Damn, I wonder how many like haunted towers there are in the United States. You never hear those stories.
Actually, I
Aviation
don't think I've ever
towers?
run across one.
I also wonder if you like encounter like a female ghost and she died while she was like on her menstrual cycle. If
God, you are so
It's like-
obsessed with that.
would you let me finish my thought, please? Can I please finish my thought? Without this
Continue.
this is a
That's
judge
fine.
this is a judgment-free zone, and you guys are making this.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
it
carry
is
on.
So not.
Let's go. Come on.
So not.
So
on.
whose attitude would you get? Would you get like the ghost of the person, like pre-menstruation, or would you get it like
No,
during?
it would be the ghost of the husband that she hatcheted to death because she's so freaking tired of this.
You know what? It's why do you always say that? I mean, I like to think. I don't like that. It's just what,
Are you sure you want to think right now?
There we go.
what?
No.
No, what I was trying to say is,
Here you go.
what did before she was shoved down the stairs? What did she say to him?
What
That's
did
your
he
brother.
say to provoke her, though?
Told and he shoved her down the stairs.
No. He was trying to. He was trying to keep that lighthouse going, and she came up and she was like, "My mother was right. My mother was right.
And clean these windows.
I should have married the lawyer up the street," and he just shoved her.
Bro,
And he's
he
like,
didn't, did he?
He was like, "I just can't anymore." Like,
What
I
kind of
can't do
judgment
this.
does he have? Just saying.
Yeah.
What? I'm on his side. I'm like, you know what, man? Like people are like, he shoved her down the stairs. I'm always like, that poor man. What was he going through?
Really? Yeah, but what did he say to her to make her go up those stairs to make him shove her down? Huh?
He went. He went up
Bitch,
the.
get away from me.
He went exactly. That was his thought. He's like, I told you, woman. Damn it, stay down the damn lighthouse. I'm trying over here to change this light bulb. Hopefully, I get struck by a light and get the hell away from you. And she just followed him up the stairs, and that poor man just shoved her.
No. That's not how it went down.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Anyways, geez, what are we talking about?
I have no idea anymore. So lighthouses. Anyway, there's like so many haunted lighthouses if you start researching them.
Yeah.
Let's go. Should we? Man, we should like do a
Road
map.
trip.
Yeah.
Road
we should do a
trip.
we should rent a bus.
So I remember in high school we had to do this project.
A hearse.
We had to do a map. We had to make a map of
My
something,
face
right?
is numb.
And so I did all of the bars in my county, and my teacher got so mad at me. It's like, and I had little beer glasses cut out and colored and everything on my map. They were not impressed. I think we should make a map of haunted locations that we're going to go visit. I think it would be cool.
Let's do
That'd
it.
be cool. When I was a kid, this was, let's see, era mayo de 1995. It was May 10th, 1995. We went on a field trip. This was in Van Nuys, California. We went on a field trip to a petting zoo, right? And I remember I got so upset with the teacher because she was trying to tell me something and I didn't agree with her. And I think she probably disagreed with me as a kid, even though I know I was right. She was probably menstruating, but that's besides the point. I got into a disagreement, and I decided I was just gonna leave. So I just went away from the group, went out the gates, and just started walking up the road until they finally found me, like half a mile up the road, and then they banned me from ever taking a field trip in the Los Angeles School District. The end.
I believe it.
What a touching
believe it.
story.
But Van Nuys had a really nice airport. I do remember that.
Yeah. The end. That's the end of that story.
The end.
Yes.
Is that it? Is that it for this episode?
Yeah, well, I have one more if you want.
Oh
if you
yeah,
want to
Liz.
Please
Give it to
tell.
me.
another one.
Fucking
Okay.
give it to me.
Okay, so let me get this lighthouse up here. Okay, stop with the knife. Okay,
Jesus.
here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Just
I did
wait
not
like
come-
20 minutes.
I did not
All
come
right.
here to be insulted
This
with
is-
beer.
The Tybee Island Lighthouse. And
Ooh, that's pretty.
Ooh.
isn't it pretty? I think it's gorgeous. Well,
Yeah.
it is was constructed actually in 1732, and it is let's see, I want to say this one's in Savannah. We were just doing a road trip there, Messy Jessie, so that's why this one came
Yeah.
up. Yeah, so this one's in Savannah, and Savannah is like there's a river, the Savannah River, right, that goes through it and
Yep.
empties into a bay. And so this one is situated there. And it was built in 1732 to help ships navigate into the river. But it did actually the storms and the shore erosion caused the original one to fall into the ocean, so they had to rebuild it.
Oh damn.
So, yeah, so now they consider it fireproof. So
What
yeah,
does that mean?
I mean,
so anyway,
No.
it's considered one of the scariest ghost stories of Savannah. And
No
considering Patreon, Messy Jessie and I just released an episode on Savannah. I think it's going to be released tomorrow. And
I think so.
yeah, and so many ghost stories. There's actually so many ghost stories in Savannah that you can't narrow down what you want to talk about. It is so
Wow.
freaking haunted there. Like everything is haunted in Savannah.
Let's go.
I know.
Let's do it. Let's rent a nice
I
either
know.
we can do a bus, or we can do like a nice like RV with like
That's
you
what
know-
I was thinking was RV. Big
Yeah, like a-
RV.
a
Kind of
nice
thing.
RV that's got those nice beds, and then like it's got a private area. So when like I'm tired of like the talk about
Yeah, no,
you know,
that's
Don't even
mine.
say it.
It's
You
my
can
room.
be strapped to the roof.
see, this is why
That's the new art.
this is
So,
Yeah, new art idea.
yeah, why bother? I mean,
so
why do I come on?
anywho, so it was rebuilt again after, it fell into the ocean in 1781,
I can
and
get
it
my
was
feelings
a
hurt.
functioning lighthouse until it was struck by lightning in 1836. So then they had to redo the lighthouse, and so now it was 1866. It was functioning again, and so it's kind of interesting because since 1996, the property's been owned by the Irish Landmark Trust.
The
Which is-
Irish Landmark Trust, so it's all that
Yeah.
bunch of drunks.
Yeah, Anyway,
They're probably out.
like bad luck.
Or yeah,
So-
or
Over
they're
the ocean, get struck by lightning.
beating their
so the
wives.
haunting is that they're prior to a little girl will run down the stairs and frighten people
Ooh.
prior to big storms and stuff like that. Like she's
Oh damn!
yeah.
That's cool.
So is she? I mean, it seems like she would be warning people, but it scares the heck out of people. So
That's,
I think it's really cool, though.
That's awesome.
I
That's
love
pre-
Savannah.
oh, you know what would be cool too? To head over to the Queen Mary.
Been there.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about the Queen
Yes.
Mary
Mhm.
is the story about that guy that drowned in the pool, and it's like, how the hell That's gotta be like a ghost that every other ghost in that ship talks shit on. It's like, how the hell did you drown on a giant thing that keeps you from drowning in the sea? And you're so stupid that you found a way to drown in that device that keeps you from drowning. Like, dumbass. You know? Here
Wow.
here he comes. Here he comes. There's Charlie.
So
Found a way to drown in a boat. Fucking idiot.
the Queen Mary is actually dry docked, right? And there's like a barrier that goes around the ship to keep it from
Yeah.
the raising and lowering in the water, right? But right
What?
across the channel is there a beautiful ship called the Princess Louise. And
Ooh.
we used to eat there all the time. It was a very luxurious dining room and gorgeous, gorgeous. It hasn't been changed, and I found that to be way more haunted than the Queen Mary.
Here's something that I may be
Interesting.
confusing my boats. Was the Queen Mary also the Great Ghost during World War II?
The Gray Ghost?
Yeah, it was transporting
No,
troops. Or was that a
no.
completely different boat?
Well, the Queen Mary did transport a ton of troops back
Okay, that's what I was
in
thinking.
World War II, but the Gray Ghost is actually in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, I could have sworn
Yeah.
that the Queen Mary served different purposes, and one of them was they
Yeah,
temporarily changed it to the.
there's a beautiful picture of all of the troops coming back from World War II, and they're just like thousands of troops on the Queen Mary, and they're all waving at a plane that
Oh,
was going by. Pictures.
There's a boutique shop that has a book on the Queen Mary, and it's got postcards, photos, luggage tickets. I think it has a menu in it, all
Ooh.
from the Queen Mary,
Mm-hmm.
and it's for sale.
Yeah.
I almost bought it. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm taking home.
How come historical like boats never have like sex shops?
Okay, so
there's
that's
probably lots of
probably
reasons.
not something I don't know, honestly.
I don't know why I
Oh my
said that.
God, I no
Maybe you
idea.
should open one up and see how it does and let us know later.
Ooh.
Hmm?
Yeah, no.
Carnival cruise. Just kidding.
Yeah. He opened up a. Did you hear this guy? When he opened up a shop at a Disney cruise, it was weird.
Oh my God.
Hey everyone,
Kinds
come
of
in.
not Mickey Mouse
People are supposed to
lollipops.
do it because the kids can go get babysit and the parents are, doing their thing.
Come
Anyway,
in my shop or I'll break you in half. Look, yup. Like, look at
Oh
this.
my god.
okay,
Here's one.
before we
Here's
get
the
off,
other.
we start. I thought this was a really good episode. I love lighthouses, so thank
Me
you.
too.
Stop
When
it.
I
you hit
wanted to tell you.
Wait.
Oh, stop it.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. What? Go ahead.
It's okay.
No, this was a great episode. I love the lighthouse. I love
Yeah,
it. And
that's
there's
good.
1,000 of them that are allegedly haunted that we could do. So
Yeah.
What's so
Well,
funny,
fun fact of me,
Ash?
though, is my
Nothing.
grandpa, Higgins, is actually from Maine and lived in a lighthouse. He was born in a lighthouse.
really,
Ooh.
who is
Yes.
this?
That's awesome.
My grandpa, Higgins, I'll tell you, I don't care. He's passed, but yeah, he used to live in Maine on Bath Island.
Which lighthouse?
It would be Sinquin Point.
What is it called?
Sinquin Point, I think. Yeah.
Anquin Point?
Yeah. Sinquin Island
That's a nice
Lighthouse.
name. I should just.
I'm trying to bring it up here so we can show everybody.
Yeah.
So my
Um,
great grandpa Solomon ran that. He was the only store around to provide any food for people on the island. And then I lost my grandpa, my great grandpa. Never met him in my entire life, but he drowned at sea.
Oh,
And my
Oh,
grandpa
wow.
Jeez.
actually found him 3 weeks later. He washed up on the shore on the island.
yeah. Well, do you know that's so fishermen's knit sweaters have particular patterns, and
Mhm.
each pattern was a clan.
Yes.
So the Hera, like the Hera O'Hara, right? Hera clans had
hmm
a knit. The McGinnis clan had a knit. Like everybody had a knit, and that's because they needed to identify the bodies that washed up on shore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of sad.
that's
Grandpa-
so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was sad.
So you can find your clan's like the fisherman knit sweater patterns, and they will. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
I was just thinking, so years ago there was this like this really big ship, and they ran out of fresh water, and they were out at the sea. Like they just got lost into like the deep sea, and they had no fresh water. So one of the guys like writing a diary. This I'm so stupid. The guy writing the diary called it Thirst Mageddon, because everybody was thirsty and they were dying, right? And when I read that, my stupid brain immediately thought, that sounds like an Irish guy walking into a bar. Hey, everybody, I am Thirst Mageddon.
That was more Scottish.
I know. Don't tell me. I'm one of those guys. Let me tell you something there, Miss Messy Jessie. I don't know your name, and I don't care to know your name. I would do that like as an Irish Spring commercial, be like, and do not think I do to do. I'm doing a Scottish accent. Anyways, damn, I wish I was a Highlander. You're a Highlander. You are an Outlander. Anyways, go ahead. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I have no idea anymore. But anyway, so if you guys have not visited our Patreon, please go over there, because we have content that you won't find here. We have the disinformation station that you and Dirty Birdie are doing. We have asphalt encounters that Messy Jessie and I are doing, and then Messy and Jessie and I are doing true crime series, and they are really disgusting murder cases that we can't share on here.
Sick.
So sick.
You say disgusting.
I know. And then I was actually considering doing news of the day segments over there.
You know what's the best part of Patreon?
Yeah.
You don't get to hear my lame jokes during a show.
Really? Even on disinformation?
Oh, that's different. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
just so you
Okay. All right, guys. So I was gonna do a commercial. I might still do it. I might wear that shirt, and I might put on the wig, and I might do all that.
The shirt?
Right?
What?
The shirt.
Can we see
And I was
this?
gonna be like, oh, right now? Hell yeah.
No.
No. So it's that's a different. Anyways, so I was thinking that's a different episode. That
should be for Patreon.
It's on Carnival.
That's on Patreon. No, what I was gonna say is I was gonna do a commercial. I'm like, because you know how he was currently they did the whole Donald Trump thing where he was like, something shut Donald Trump. And let me tell you something. When the bullet came by, I let him drop it. And 1, 2, 3. I was gonna do the whole Hogan thing. I might still do it. I don't know. But
you should wear the shirt.
But I should wear the shirt, or I don't know. I'll do. See, I'm either gonna go with the Hulk Hogan voice, let me tell you something, or I can do more of the like the '80s, like Dusty Rhodes, like, Daddy, I got something to tell you. All you out there that are making fun of all the Southern people, I'm here to let you know that we produce the best wrestler.
All the way, because I have to see the
It was
shirt.
almost terrifying.
Let me tell you something, Daddy. They're the only people that can call another man daddy and then not seem gay. Let me tell you something, Daddy. You're over there making fun of all these big women, and let me tell you something, Daddy. My sister, she's a big old woman, so if you're making fun of all the big women, you're making fun of my sister. And we're going to settle in the ring tonight when we go. Between them ropes.
Sounds like a great time.
Anyway,
wow.
It's going to be a fucking great time. So you guys check out the... Sounds like... anyways, you guys check out the Patreon. It's fantastic. I mean... It's good stuff. I keep telling people, like, damn, you got to check out the Patreon.
So also, if you guys subscribe on this episode, please put a comment and let us know you just subscribed. And I swear one of us will answer you. We're going to answer every comment if you subscribe.
And if you
the Teespring shop.
And if you guys if you guys subscribe early, I won't be the one commenting.
Just so you know,
early.
I'm the one that's up at 4:30. I can comment on it.
Yeah,
I was
So,
just gonna say,
if you
don't
guys,
forget our TikTok too.
TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
rocking. Yes, Ash is our TikTok queen. She's running that for us. It's great.
it's
We've all
fantastic.
Can I
got
get a
little
crown
segments.
for this shit?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, I'll get you a Burger King crown right now.
I have a crown for you.
A what?
And yeah,
I have a crown.
Burger King.
and we're going to Skinwalker Ranch soon. A few of us.
Next month.
Not me.
So,
Spiritually.
well, yeah. So it's going to be we have a jam-packed fall coming up. So anyway, like,
Woo!
subscribe, share the page, comment if you subscribe on this episode, please.
Comment, share it. I mean, if you know somebody that has died in a lighthouse, give them this episode.
Or
Show
stayed in
them.
the lighthouse and had an experience. I want to know what lighthouse.
Yeah.
So that I can-
Yeah,
What
please tell
lighthouse?
us.
Or if you've gotten so drunk that you thought you were going to a lighthouse, you just went to a neighbor's house and just crashed there. Like, let us know.
That's a whole different episode. Because
Yeah.
just guilty.
Wow.
Just saying.
What do I know? Why am I?
Yeah.
Why am I
This is why
here?
we need to go out.
Okay.
This-
It's time
All
to
right.
write.
Well, I
is
didn't
why-
have to pay bail because Mom was a cop, so she always got me out of trouble.
This
I
is
was-
why I need to follow my family and get an aneurysm.
Okay, we gotta go now.
Okay, anyways, thank you guys for joining us on a very exciting episode. Lighthouses, it was so great. Thank you guys for joining us. Like and subscribe. I am very, very buzzed. That is crazy. This hit me like really hard.
Hi.
I have a
We'll talk to you next week.
Voodoo Ranger. Don't do that. Voodoo.
What
Anyways,
is that, Voodoo
it's-
Ranger?
it's Voodoo Ranger. It's like a 7% alcohol, and I drank like 2 of these already. Anyways, so
Please.
all right. So anyways, so what I'm
Oh, you
saying
have more
is
than me.
like and subscribe, check out the show, share it with people, and remember, guys, to always look both ways, especially if you find yourselves on Nightmare Road.